Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Yes, yes, yes. The Abrams tanks, the stealth fighters, the whatever fantastic weapons or the Wunderwaffe, whomever tells you about, are just a myth. I understand that the baboons have to be kept safe in their brains, and given this illusion that somehow the government protects them through their mighty military. Therefore, it works. Like for instance, if you remember in ancient times when these guys had the power of the divinity works in our behalf, and we going to destroy the other ones. After all, Emperor Constantine of the Eastern Roman Empire, he saw the cross, therefore he won, and that's how he said, well, maybe I'm somehow guided by something fantastic. Nowadays, they moved from that one to giving kind of the same powers, click click, to their weapons. For instance, remember when the Americans came with the stealth fighters, and they're stealth and invisible? There's nothing invisible about it. Yeah, the other guys could have had some little problems detecting them sometimes, but nevertheless, it was stealth and invisible for about 2 minutes, and then that was it. Remember, now we have Abrams. Oh my God, if we send Abrams tanks to Ukraine, the Russians will be all flocking towards Vladivostok, or across the Bering Strait into their Alaska that they sold. So, what's going on here? Well, it seems like a drone, as I said many times before, a freaking cheap drone destroys Abrams tanks just like that. Now, an Abrams tanks is about, I don't know, a few $1,000,000, if I remember correctly, and a drone is about $500. So, from a financial perspective, I think some are the suckers, the other ones are the big winners. So let me show you here two articles where one comes from the Ukrainians, the other one comes from the Russians, where they tell us how great the Abrams tanks efforts in fighting the Russians are, and how easily they are detected and picked up by Russian drones. All right, let's move to the first article. The New Voice of Ukraine. Drone strikes challenge Abrams tanks' role in Ukraine's modern warfare. Are you challenged? Yeah, they're challenged. So these guys are vulnerable to drones. Or boom, kapalam parapum. Okay, well, as I said many times, if it makes noise, if it hits up, if you can see it, right? If you hear it, if you can touch it, if it moves, boom, releases, they're gonna be detected. There's nothing fantastic about these things. And besides, in order to set them down somewhere, in order for the firing position, they're not gonna fire while they're driving. In a firing position, they need some time. Let's put it this way. I don't know exactly how many minutes you need, half an hour, but still, that is a lifetime for these guys pinpointing your location. So let's see what's further in this article. And remember, we got the Russian article, which is even worse than this one. Here, $500 Russian drones destroying $10 million American tanks. And this is according to New York Times. New York, from New York. Let me put my goggles. Over the past 2 months, the Ukrainian armed forces have lost 5 of the 31 Abrams tanks that the United States sent to Ukraine last fall. At least 3 more were damaged. So we get about what? 8. The New York Times reported on April 20th. Now this is New York Times. So this is obviously a conservative number. But we don't know how many, because who's going to say? The Russians can say they destroyed all 31. This guy's going to say, nah. And I'm quoting, the drone combat in Ukraine that is transforming modern warfare has begun taking a deadly toll on one of the most powerful symbols of American military might. What do you mean? Sherman was one of the symbols, not Abrams. Tell me where Abrams did a job, or it proved themselves. In Iraq war? Against what? A rusty freaking desert army? Are you kidding me? No, they're not. They're serious. That's where they prove their strength in the desert storms. Desert storm. Was that? Where else? Where else these guys invaded and proved themselves? What do you mean symbols? What did you do? At least say, okay, let's say Elvis Presley or Frank Sinatra or whomever is a symbol. Oh, well, we can talk about it. Or Louis Armstrong or Ray Charles. But they did something. They did something. But these guys, Abrams Tanks, what they do? Anyway, the tank. Ooh, again. I would put Sherman tank. That was proven in the Second World War, wasn't it? Sherman, even though it was, as it was, obviously, we all, remember the baboons? We all hail. I mean, if you take it like this, the Canadians won the Second World War for us. I heard, and I was laughing my ass off. But that's why I was told by some Canadians that we won the Second World War for you guys. Without us, you would have been nothing. Okay, well, good. I'm glad to know, because it seems like everybody won the Second World War, but one country lost, and that is Germany. It seems like Italy did not lose, or Japan. No, just Germany, like in the First World War. Who lost the First World War? And you're going to say, well, Germany. Why Germany? Germany was not the one involved at first. What? It was Serbia and Austria-Hungary. Did you hear about Austria-Hungary losing the war? Ever? No, you always use Germany against the Allies. Germany was just, a partner and an ally to the other guys. One of them. The problem was they were the serious ones. That's all. But it was not their war. It was Austria-Hungary. We don't hear anything about it. Go and ask your kid nowadays it's dangerous even to ask an adult who lost the First World War. Who was on the winning side and who was on the losing side. And you're not going to hear the Turks. You hear the Turks? In the First World War, did you hear about the Austria-Hungary? Anything about it? No, they're going to say the Allies and Germany. Why? Who makes this fucking history for us? The ones who benefit from the Second World War. Which was, yes, it was a different story. Let's move on. So, might, the tank. Ooh, okay. So powerful. The tank is a symbol. The tank is a symbol, not Abrams. Okay, well, and threatening to rewrite how it will be used in future conflicts. Russian forces have taken out 5 of the 31 US-made M1 Abrams that the Pentagon sent to Ukraine last fall over the past 2 months, a senior US official told. But even though if you take the tank, what do you mean one of the most powerful, a tank? When did it prove itself? I mean, let's put it this way. First World War, nah. Second World War, okay, where was it used? You tell me. From June 1944 to May 1945? Where exactly? How many and where? The Battle of the Bulge? Is that what it is? Is this the little in Ardennes? That was the fight, the big tank. Oh, that's what it was like. I mean, please, did you use them in Vietnam? Did you fuck them up in Vietnam? Where else? In Korea? When the Chinese got a little bit upset, fucked everybody up. You remember what the Chinese did? When they came and invaded and helped the North Koreans, or the part North Korean, what did they push the United Nations forces? Where? Back where they didn't belong, but nevertheless. So where is this myth? Baboons have to feel comfortable and safe. That's the whole point. Are they good? Yeah, they're good. Are they best? I don't know. Are they fantastic? No, I don't think so. Why? A drone can fuck you up. How fantastic can you be? But anyway, I don't have a problem with this. I don't have a problem with the tank. I don't have a problem with the engineers who design it. No, I have a problem with these imbeciles who have to keep the baboons in their brains safe by lying, by telling us that the cross showed up in the sky and the guy, oh my God, he's on my side. The same, Abrams, yeah, or F-16s. It's an overinflated, egotistic representation of a weapon. That's all what it is. Is it good? As I said, yes, it's good. But maybe I like the reality too much than being in a opiate dream, reality. But if you just deceive yourself, you're going to um, reach the wrong conclusions and you act, and you're going to lose. You're going to lose eventually. At least 3 more tanks were moderately damaged earlier this year, according to Colonel Papapap, an Austrian military instructor who monitors the use of Western weapons. Yeah, they're just monitor. According to military analysis, which calculate losses based on visual evidence, Ukraine has lost total. This comes from your New Voice of Ukraine. Put it in the article. I don't believe shit. But hey, lost a total of 796 tanks since February 2022. The vast majority were Soviet models, but 140 of the lost tanks are those donated by NATO countries. Now Russia, all right, exceeds 7,000, right? Meanwhile, has already lost more than 2,900 tanks. The Ukrainian general believes that the number of the tanks lost by Russia is 7,000. Yeah, but we're losing. Okay, all right. Now, the use of FPV drones has become a significant factor on the battlefield, with both sides employing them to exploit the vulnerabilities on enemy tanks. The ease and low cost of drones, around $500 each, starkly contrast the $10 million price tag of an Abrams tanks, highlighting a significant shift in warfare economics. That means don't use them or do something about those little how do you call them, flies coming towards you. So this is Russia Today, the same thing. $500 Russian drones destroying $10 million American tanks. Moscow forces have destroyed 5 US-made Abrams in Ukraine and damaged another 3, the newspaper has claimed. So this is the same thing that these guys are, the other guys said. So US-made Abrams tanks made their long-expected appearance on the front line in late February amid the Ukrainian effort to hold advancing Russian troops after the capture of Donbas city of Avdiivka. A batch of 31, parabam, so we know what's going on. It makes noise, it hits up, it moves, it smells, you're gonna find it. I'm personally very surprised that they cannot detect the drones, incoming drones, and they don't have light, light infantry, defensive, whatever weapons in order to defend itself. So they can't detect an incoming flying object, as small as it is, or big as it is. They can't detect it and defend itself from that. I mean, this is embarrassing. I mean, really, that can put you out of service. They don't have to blow you up. It destroys you that you can't function anymore. So you're done. You're out of this. It's like you get ready for a Mike Tyson punch, but a toddler can punch you in the balls if you don't pay attention. Hard enough that you cannot function anymore. He's not going to knock you out like you're going to be blown up like a Tyson, let's say, hook. But you have a toddler, bonk, in your balls and you're done on the floor. Still you're out. So it's kind of like you are the Olympic champion in track and field, whatever, 100 meter, but you can't stand up. They have to prop you up or something. Or anyway, embarrassing. Is that the fact? I mean, the fact with the situation with the Russian tanks? Probably. But I haven't heard this guy saying anything about that. Like, oh, these tanks are destroying that. I'm still a little bit surprised that they cannot fend themselves against drones, the tanks. I mean, these are the most advanced tanks. Well, I don't know. Maybe from now on they're gonna just use V1, V2 rockets. I mean, you can't intercept their signal, but we'll see. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.